have slowed it down, and I'm going to put it up close enough to the screen where you all can see. I'm going to try my best to keep my hand steady. Excuse me, let me take a drink. I'm going to try my best to keep my hand as steady as possible so y'all can see what I see. And I don't know why I'm saying y'all, because no one's going to watch this, but still, yo. I'm going to show y'all proof. No one shot her. And then I'm going to tell you why at the end, well, while I'm doing my commentary. And like I said, I've slowed this completely all the way down. Okay. Now this is Meg Thee Stallion supposedly getting out of the car. Look at how she uses both feet. They're going to go back to her. I don't know who the fuck that was. They said it was somebody. One of them damn Jenner witches. Megan uses both feet to propel all that body. Hold on, I'm going too quick. I've seen it too many times. Hold on. Yeah, there it goes. I think she's still on the rim. On both feet. She's on the rim on both feet right there. Is she already out the car? Yeah, she's already out the car. Yeah, she's out the car now. But still, she used both of her feet to get herself out of that car. Now, everybody's always talking about she calls herself a stallion because she's tall. Okay. And she is a full-figure woman. Now, this is her standing there talking to the cops. No, that's Tory Lanez. That's Tory Lanez. He was in his boxers. Or whatever the fuck. That's Meg Thee Stallion. She's standing on both of her feet. Now she lifts it up. She was standing on both feet the whole fucking time. The whole time. Now, I'm not sure about how long this video was. I want to say, is that, yeah, that's her. Standing up again on both feet. No, that's her. I'm sorry, y'all. It's real grainy, but still. Because that's the end of the video. Let me go back. Let me see if I can try to catch it, but I've watched it myself. But like I said, she's going to use both of her, and plus it's backwards. I didn't take that into, with me recording it, that the people are going to be in different areas. But she's using both feet there to get out of that car. Right there. She uses both of her feet to get out of the car. And I could turn it up, but like I said, I slowed it down, so it's just going to be like, you're not going to be able to understand what they're saying anyway. She's standing on both of her feet. Right there. I know y'all see that. She's standing. That's Tory Lanez. And like I said, this is slowed down. Standing on both of her feet. She's standing. And the way police talk, I know they talked for a while. She finally lifts her leg up. They were out there for that whole time. Now I did, let me go back so I can try to pause it at the right time for you guys. Okay. Right there. That's the part where I was talking about where but obviously both her hands are up. Because the police, they asked her to put her hands up. I'm sure they didn't know what the fuck was going on. I'm sure someone called the police and said there was a gunshot. Maybe. Ain't no telling what they were doing. They were probably just arguing. Well, it doesn't take a lot for somebody to call the police these days. But look at her hands. They're both up. Okay? If she would have got shot in her foot, she would have been holding on to the top rail of that car, and she would have lifted the top of her body up. You know what I'm saying? They say she's a big woman, and that's why she calls herself a stallion. Okay? That's what they say. I don't know why my phone just lit up extra light. Flip back. Thank you. Okay. Right here. Both of her feet are planted on something. I'm guessing that he got one of them trucks where it's got two, like the steps on it. Both of her feet are perfectly flat. And I'm going to slow it down again so it doesn't go super duper fast whenever she actually gets up out of the car. Let me try to, excuse me. And I'm going to try to find a video of her actually walking backwards. I'm surprised that wasn't in this video. I believe that was, I don't know what happened about that. I don't know why that part wasn't in there, but her walking backwards. She was walking flat-footed on both of her feet. Impossible if you got shot in your foot, sis. Impossible. Yeah, I mean, she's walking a little bit here, but there's another video where look at her. She's not limping. She's not jumping. She's just walking backwards. That was her that was in front of the tree. That was her body. And the police are talking to her, telling her to back up or walk to them from the car. See that? 2 feet. And they looped the video, but that was her back in the car again. Now, I'm not going to do too much of that. Let me see. Because I did screenshots. Yeah, I did screenshots of it. Just in case it didn't catch it real good. And you can tell it's her because she got a little bikini thing on or whatever the fuck she was wearing that night. Both of her feet are flat. Flat on the steps. Shot where? Shot who? Don't worry. This is her. It will be extra fucking bright. Let me turn my screen down. Y'all see that now? Her feet are flat on the ground. Flat on the ground. And then that's the shot of her lifting her foot up. 1 foot down. I guess the left one, or maybe. I know y'all see that. Y'all can fucking see. I made sure I got that shit just right. That's why I slowed the video down. Now, said all that to say, this shit is just a distraction. Okay, all these people are talking about domestic violence and all that stuff. If he really shot that girl, there was no way she would have even been there. Let me tell you something. Pain is pain. Okay? My daughter's father was shot 6 times. Mostly in his midriff area and in his arm. Okay? That shit does not, there's no way. There's just no way she got shot in that car. He might have shot a bullet, but there's no way. Even, and you know how some people were trying to joke about her being that movie Harlem Nights. They had did the face graph and they put her face on I keep wanting to say Eartha Kitt on Della Reese's body and Tory Lanez on Eddie Murphy's body whenever he shot her in the foot whenever they were fighting. So even in that video, you know what I'm saying, even though it's a movie, of course, but being realistic, when he shot her, she fell down and they had to carry her out on scratcher. Folks, are y'all really that pressed on a big ass, grown ass woman? Y'all believe her story more than y'all believe that that children are being raped and molested. Y'all really believe that story? I know 1,000 people watch these videos. Millions, actually. Millions watch this video. And they missed so fucking much. Everyone was so sad about her being shot, and I'm actually looking at my phone so I can find that video of her walking away from the car, and I'm hoping I can find one. In the meantime, I'm gonna try to do two things at once, and like I said, I don't want to make this video too long because I would like for y'all to watch this because I want people to wake up and stop being so damn gullible. They showed y'all literally in plain sight. There was no way no one believed that this woman was shot. And honestly, I can't believe people really thought she was shot. I cannot believe it. Oh yeah, and I missed the most important part. I ain't even worried about that part right now. When I zoomed in on that video, and whether you go back and watch it your own self, go look it up. There was no blood anywhere. And I think that's what I was going to. And I was talking about my daughter's father getting shot. I actually walked where the crime scene was. There was blood everywhere. Everywhere, all over the ground, pools of blood. Our bodies are full of blood. Okay, what y'all think? The foot doesn't have blood in it? Is that the science now? Feet don't have blood in it. Go step on a nail. Matter of fact, go step on a little piece of glass. Just a little tiny piece of glass. Like maybe you broke something and you thought you cleaned it all up, but eventually, you know what I'm saying, you run into that little small, tiny ass piece of glass. You can barely even find it in your foot. Once you pull that shit out, bet you bleed. I bet you're gonna bleed. And with guns, they I don't know if y'all noticed, but bullets actually explode. They explode. So with that little, I mean, I saw the supposed pictures of her foot and how it was stitched up or whatever, and it was a poor, like who the fuck stitches up a foot like that? It was still meat hanging out. The fuck? When you get stitched up, you get stitched up, hun. You get stitched up. Whether they got to take skin off of you from somewhere else to put it on there, that wound needs to be fully closed for it to properly heal. So I'm not with all the science and all the big words and all that stuff, but your skin needs something to hang on to for it to heal. Okay, just think about a scab. That skin growing over it because come on, y'all. Y'all seen that shit. Y'all seen the picture of her foot. There's meat and shit hanging out of it. No way her foot's gonna heal like that. Even if if it is real, there's no way. No way her foot's gonna heal like that. Impossible. The way it was stitched up in that picture that I saw, it looked gruesome. It looked like a damn, like she got it done in a back alley somewhere. Okay, I'm just being real about it. Coming from a woman that has had 2 C-sections. 2. Best believe I, you know what I'm saying, kept an eye on it and looked at it, got my mirror, looked at it, make sure everything was completely still closed. Because I don't know if y'all know, but an infection in a C-section wound, they have to cut it open again and re-sew it. That won't about to happen for me. I made sure I looked at it daily, constantly, and made sure won't shit going wrong with my incisions. That incision, I mean, those stitches on that girl foot looks terrible. It looks awful. Okay? Horrible job. And once again, to bring it back to the blood thing, she would have had blood all over her legs. All over her legs if you really shot her in the foot. There was no blood on her at all. Nowhere. Nowhere. And then on my phone, of course you can't see it, but if you look it up on your own phone, on your own device, because like I said, y'all can see me now, how extra pixelated it is. Look at how my blinds look. Like my camera's not that great, and me showing you guys, I just want to put it in your head. Go and watch the TMZ video, the 54-second one yourself, or if you can find the one that's longer, that actually shows her walking back to the police car. She has her hands up and she is walking flat-footed backwards. Her knees are a little wobbly, but look, think about it like this. And these days and times, what's going on with these police officers? Wouldn't you be fucking scared of the police? My knees would be wobbly too. And I ain't did shit. She was just probably scared. I believe that they were in that car arguing real loud, possibly fighting. Because I don't know if y'all noticed this, but the police didn't say shit about what kind of gun he had. Megan didn't even talk about what kind of gun he had. She just now really started talking about the shit. Think, y'all. That girl did not get shot. She did not get shot. And with the way Hollywood is, y'all seen the zombie movies. Y'all seen the damn movies of, like, if somebody get bit by a shark or some shit. They know how to make that shit look real. Come on, be smart. Stop falling for every fucking thing. Okay? And if you're going to have sympathy for somebody, if you're going to be sad for somebody, if you're going to fight so hard, because they claim if anybody says anything bad about Megan Thee Stallion, her people going to come after you and start talking shit. First of all, I would tear that whole story down. Break it into increment pieces and tear it down. It's not real. It did not happen. They forgot one key thing: a little bottle of blood, a little bottle of corn syrup, water, and red food coloring. They forgot that part. But I picked it up. You're not dealing with a regular old person. I watch crime documentaries literally daily. I watch Dateline daily. That's my shit. Okay? There was no blood anywhere. If she would have got shot in the foot right then and there, or whenever the police pulled up or whatever, because they were just now getting out the car. If she really would have got shot, whoever was in the car, that other girl that was in the car with her, if she was a real friend, she would have tried to figure out some kind of way to get her bitch out the car and lay her out on the ground. Because that's what would have been best for someone that had got shot. Okay, not her sitting up so her blood can keep draining out. You know what I'm saying? You lay flat so you can keep as much of your blood in your body as possible so you don't go into shock. But y'all don't know that though. Y'all really don't know that. Really. Let your peoples get shot. I bet you the first thing you're going to do is lay them down flat. Wherever they get shot at, you're going to lay them down flat. Because that's what you're supposed to do. Okay? I'm at 28 minutes and 18 seconds. I do believe I covered everything. But y'all better stop being so damn gullible. That girl didn't get shot. Y'all need to focus on other things. Stop looking up her. If you're going to look up a video, go look up that video that I just told you to look up. And let that be the end of it. Dead that shit. Start looking up Save Our Children. Start looking up underground tunnels. Start looking up how the coronavirus is actually called is the outer layer of the sun. That's what you need to be looking up. Start looking up Kamala Harris and see what her background is. Start looking up Joe Biden and see all of the things that are up against him. That's the things, y'all. These are distractions, and and I promise you, they haven't said it yet, but they're gonna start really cracking. That's how they're gonna get their vote in. You see what happened to Meg Thee Stallion? We got to start because that's all they're playing is to lock people up, keep that criminal, excuse me, that prison chain running. Okay, so many things are being made in prisons. You would not believe anything that is made in America if you really, really think about it. And you ask your peoples, where you work at? You can ask. I tell you, get a room full of 100 people and ask them where they work at. Only 100 in your general area. See how many of them work at a factory that makes baby cribs. See how many of them work at a factory where they make strollers. Because those two are the two top things that I know for a fact are made in prisons. Anything that's made in the USA is, think about it. If y'all out there, like they say, the unemployment rate is low, let you go on whatever site you want to go on and look up manufacturing jobs. It'll be a fake link. They don't need manufacturing jobs. They don't want to pay you for manufacturing jobs, except for working at a tire plant or something like that. Because I'm guessing they wouldn't want their convicts to be around that type of those type of chemicals and things that it could be used for nefarious reasons. Come on, y'all, think, please. We at 30:30. I appreciate y'all for watching. Whoever watches, and y'all have a good night. Be smart and research.